Bessie Blount Griffin was born in 1914 in Hickory, Virginia, and as a child, she attended Diggs Chapel, a one-room schoolhouse built by the black community for the children of freed slaves. When her teacher struck her knuckles for writing with her left hand, Bessie taught herself to write with both hands and even with her teeth and feet. Yes, her teeth and feet. That determination became the foundation of her life's work. After World War II, Bessie became a nurse and a physical therapist caring for soldiers who returned home as amputees. Watching her patients struggle to feed themselves, she began to invent. She built the first electric self-feeding machine. In 1948, she patented a device that allowed amputees to eat independently, restoring dignity one bite at a time. Now, the U.S. Veterans Administration rejected her invention, so she gave it freely to friends. She once said her work proved a black woman can invent something for the benefit of humankind. And she did not stop there. At 63 years old, Bessie became the first black woman trained in Scotland Yard in forensic document analysis. Bessie Blount Griffin's story is one of genius and resilience. Matilda Johnson was born in Mississippi in 1918, the daughter of sharecroppers. Her father prayed she'd live a healthy life in exchange for serving others. And she did. After training as a nurse and a lab technician, she joined the U.S. Army Medical Corps Penicillin Project at the University of Minnesota in the 1940s, the only black person, the only nurse, and the only lab tech on the team. Now, her job was to hunt for molds that could fight deadly infections. So one day, a coworker gave her leftover tomato soup. She noticed a strange mold growing, what she called her terrible mice. She tested it against the bacteria that caused scarlet fever, and it worked. She even suggested adding peppermint syrup to make it taste better for children. Her colleague took the samples, but she never heard back. Years later, Pfizer released terramycin, a blockbuster antibiotic syrup. Johnson believed it came from her mold. Pfizer never disputed she was part of the project, but she was never compensated. She went on to co-found the National Black Nurses Association, serve as a medical missionary in Liberia, and be honored by Congress. In 1864, Rebecca Lee Crumpler became the first black woman in U.S. history to earn a medical degree. She started her career in Boston, caring for poor black mothers and children. But after the Civil War, she went to Richmond, Virginia, where thousands of newly freed people had no access to medical care. She worked with the Freedmen's Bureau, often treating over 30,000 people across racial and class lines. And at a time when only 270 women in America were physicians, all of them white, she became the first to publish a medical book focused on black families. In 1883, she released a book on medical disclosures, one of the earliest medical texts by a black author. It offered advice on everything from infant health to maternal care to even marriage. Dr. Crumpler died in 1895, and for 125 years, she and her husband were buried in unmarked graves until a black-led effort finally gave her the honor she always deserved, because history doesn't just remember who gets a degree, it remembers who made a difference.